everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name's Kevin, or Kev. I'm a miniaturist living in New England who likes to make miniatures of a lot of different kinds of stuff, and this is Minis by Kev. And in this week's video, I'm going to be working on this dollhouse. So I've never put together my own dollhouse before, and I want to make a custom pop culture one this year. If you watched my plans for 2026 video, I talked about how I want to start my pop culture dollhouse this year, but I think it's a bad idea to jump straight into that when I've never even made my own dollhouse. So I'm going to work on this first, put this bad boy together, so that way I have some experience in putting dollhouses together, lighting, wallpapering, all that stuff. I need to start small, even though this is not small. I think it's 5 rooms. Yeah, this is 5 rooms. So it's smaller than the one I want to make, which I think is going to end up being like 12? 9 or 12, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm just excited to get started on something. And so I guess in the 2026 video, I kind of teased what this dollhouse is going to be. This is going to be a murder mystery dollhouse. I listen to a lot of murder, like cozy murder mysteries audiobooks, and I read them too, but I listen to a lot of cozy mysteries on audiobook for some reason. It just feels like it's a perfect format for them. So I was inspired by those books, but I was also inspired by the Nutshell Studies by Frances Glessner Lee, I think is her name. If you don't know what those are little like dollhouse diorama type rooms that show murders, and it was meant for people who are going into that study to like figure out how the person was murdered. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this, but because I like cozy murder mysteries, which I know is an oxymoron, like murder is not cozy, but it feels more like, I'm trying to think of Murder, She Wrote, you know, like not like scary murder, but like Granny solving a murder kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking with this dollhouse. My ultimate plan though, which this is going to be difficult, is I want the dollhouse to be interactive in some way. I want people to be able to look at each room as they go and make guesses about who murdered who. I mean, no, who was the murderer, and like why they did it, and like the clues as you go room to room. I haven't fully figured out how I'm gonna set that up. I know that in person, I don't know, maybe this will be in like a museum someday, but if it were to be in a museum, my idea would be next to it would be like a plaque of some sort or a paper or whatever that would say, here are the characters that take place inside this house. And then it would go like, oh, you looked at the first room and you think you found the clue. Here's like, okay, the first room reveal. This is what happened to this room. And then it moves on to the next room, and you would go along, and as you go along, you would either solidify your theory or come up with new ones as you go around looking at each room. Now, granted, you could of course look at the whole house at once, but if you wanted to do the interactive style, you would just go room by room. And I would give characters with backstories related to who was murdered in that and stuff like that. So I'm just really excited. I love a miniature with a backstory, and I think this could be a lot of fun. Now, it's going to be difficult, very difficult, to figure that all out. I haven't completely figured out the whole story yet, but I'm gonna get there. For now though, we are just going to start working on this. Now, this is very big. I don't really know how much I'm gonna do in this video, to be honest. I might just start planning it out. I know that I posted on TikTok asking for some suggestions. People said to put it together using masking tape at first to make sure everything fits before you start gluing. I'll probably get at least that far in this video. My issue is I want to do lighting. I've never done dollhouse lighting before, and I'd really like to do it in this video. However, I don't know where I want the lighting to be in the rooms, and I don't know if any of the lighting fixtures will be involved in the murders in any way. So I feel like I have to figure, or murder, in any way. And I feel like if it is, I need to figure that out before I start installing the lights. So a smart person would probably figure out the whole story that's going into the dollhouse before they start building it. I am not that person. If you are new and you've never seen any of my videos, I got this dollhouse at a Goodwill for like $15, I think. It's the Beachside Bungalow, and this is like $200 dollhouse. Now, I think it's at least $200 at Hobby Lobby. I don't actually know. I know this is an old, I was gonna say copy. It's not a copy. It's an old version of this because, oh wait, the price tag is on here. It was actually $25. Apparently I'm a liar. I thought it was less than that. I feel like yellow was on sale that day, because I'm like 99% sure I did not pay $25 for this, but whatever. This says $80 on it, which tells me this is an old dollhouse. Now, I thought that meant that this had been sitting around in someone's house for a long time. However, I'm now realizing this has been taped shut, and that has me worried that not everything's in here. And I'm hoping what that means is maybe the person opened it, saw it was difficult, and decided not today. We're gonna go ahead and turn the camera and start opening this, making sure everything's in here. I'm a little nervous. I've been rambling for entirely too long. Let's get started on working on this dollhouse. This is a terrible angle, but to be honest, this is a big box, and I don't really know how else to open it. I'm sorry, please put up with me for a little bit. Okay, this is heavy. It says right here, I don't know what that says. I can't read upside down. Something, oh, Hobby Lobby. So this is a Hobby Lobby. Well, they sell these kits at Hobby Lobby. I got this at Goodwill, but I'm a little nervous. I can't believe I missed that this had been taped back together. I'm a little nervous. I guess I could replace the pieces that are missing if there are any missing, but I'm kind of just hoping nothing's missing. Honestly, how am I supposed to know if anything's missing unless I take everything out of this, right? That seems daunting. Oh no. Okay. I'm already like a little freaked out. Oh, okay. There's something really exciting about this though. Again, I've never put together my own dollhouse, so this is quite exciting, quite nerve-wracking. Someone who's watching me do this is screaming, telling me there's a better way to do this to keep it all organized. I'm just flopping it all out. This is nice. Okay, I helped put together one dollhouse once. Oh no, okay, yeah. Almost ripped my sweater. I've helped put together one dollhouse once, and it was the really cheap one you can get. That's like $25, so the board was like really, really thin. This is much nicer. So far, everything looks like it's here, but I guess I'm gonna need to check that. Okay, we're still going. There's a rubber band for some reason. Here's some stairs, some more pieces. What is that? All right, now it's time to see if that's everything. But I think I'm gonna pause the video while I check this because it's going to be a nightmare to do. Okay, so first issue, I thought this was the instructions. This is just a catalog showing off their other dollhouses, right? Yeah. I don't have the instructions for this dollhouse. Oh, there's a lot of cool dollhouses in here that I want now. Oh no, okay. That's besides the point. I don't have the instructions. So now I have to go online. I'm pretty sure you can find these online. If not, maybe I can email the company. Okay, well, first roadblock. Time to find the instructions for this dollhouse online. Okay, so I have found the instructions on the Real Good Toys website. They have a really comprehensive website where you can like look up any of the ones that you need. However, it does say it's only the most recent version, and I think this kit is at least 5 years old, is my guess based on some like packaging stuff I found. So I don't know if they've changed the kit at all since then, but I will at least have a rough idea of if this is correct or not. Just based on a glance, I looked at it and I kind of skimmed it, and I believe that it's almost all there except for maybe some stuff with the railing. But I'm now starting to wonder if perhaps the railing was supposed to be bought separately. I don't know. I'm also thinking about maybe watching some people open this and build it live. Like, not live, but like live. Imagine how long that would take. Watching people build it on YouTube just to get an idea of how long it takes. See if I have similar things to what they have. The thing is, I really think that I'm missing... Oh wait, well there's this. Is this the railing? This might be the railing. I actually don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and look through all this, and it did say in the instructions the first thing it said is not to do what I did because it's separated, but to be honest, I don't think this was separated. It was kind of all just jumbled in there. My guess is the person bought this, opened it, threw it all back in. How this ended up back in there but not the instructions is beyond me. But I don't know. Hopefully that person is having a good life because they have inconvenienced me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go through this. I don't think it'll be fun for you to watch me do this, so I'm gonna just make sure I have everything that's supposed to come with this kit, and then I will update you afterwards. All right, we are on the floor because I had to pull everything out of here and check to make sure that all the pieces are here. Found this on their website. It is the instructions that have all the pieces. However, I know that there's quite a few pieces missing. I looked, and I don't remember if I already said this, but the dormer is missing, like this entire dormer is missing. This entire piece. I think there's a piece of roof that's missing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna mark down the pieces I have, and then I'm going to email them because I had quite a few people tell me that a couple of people said they might do it. Someone else said that they do replacement pieces. I don't know if any of that's true, but it's the first place I'm gonna start on trying to figure out where to get all this. We're gonna pull all the pieces out. It's heavy. Ow! Okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, I want to label the pieces I do have, so let's start going through this. Oh, I lost my pen. So I'm going to have to go through the pieces list and mark what I have and what I don't have. This is probably not going to be fun to watch, so I'll just do this and come back when I'm done. Just know that it's going to take me a while. I actually forgot, really quick before I turn off the camera, that some of them I already started marking. Attic divider, attic divider. I must have done this the first time I pulled it out when I thought all of it was here. I'm forgetting where the camera's at. I marked some of these. So this won't be maybe too hard. I printed this out, so I might just be able to cross things out. And so I was gonna like try and keep this nice, but I don't think it needs to be. But I don't think I need to keep these nice. So I think I'm gonna cross things out as I find them. I'm a little nervous about this. Little bit nervous. We're gonna play a game called What Pieces Are Missing? Spoiler alert, probably way too many. You know, I'm not feeling great about this because part of this was I got this dollhouse for cheap and I was really excited, but I've gone through it. I have everything on this sheet actually. This is the panels page. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be doing this. This might look weird on camera. I'll have to edit this to look correctly, but I have all the panels. I have everything from this page. This is all the big panel pieces. However, I don't have anything from box A or box B. So these are like the more intricate pieces, like the dormer front wall, dormer side walls, the front door tread, the stuff for the chimney, the post base front, window panes, porch railings, the cross sections, the rafters. But like realistically, I guess I only need that if I want it to look like this in the front, I think. No, I do have these porch beams, but like I don't know if I care that much. The thing that I think I'm disappointed the most about is I'm missing the dormer, this whole thing. I have the roof for it, but I don't have the walls to build it. I don't know how important any of this other stuff is though to actually build this house, and if I need all of it. It's a lot of window frames. I think it's a lot of detail pieces. I mean, besides the dormer, obviously, it's a lot of detail pieces. Post base front, post base back. What does that mean? Is that these? I don't actually know. So I need to spend the night thinking about this. I'm gonna email them, I think, still, just to see how much these would cost to replace, but because it's so much of the dollhouse, I imagine it's gonna be very expensive. And I don't know if I want to spend that much money on this, because it's supposed to be like my cheap dollhouse for fun. Which, like, I'm not saying like dollhouses have to be cheap or whatever, but like that was the whole point of this dollhouse. We will see. But for tonight, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then I'll decide tomorrow. All right, so I have waited a month to hear back from the company about this kit and see if I could buy the additional pieces for it. I have not heard back, so I am moving on with my life. I will have to just figure it out. I was really dreading that thought, to be honest. Trying to figure out, you know, how to fix what's missing, but I can't wait any longer. I want to start in the dollhouse. I'm just gonna go ahead and start building it, and when we get to what's missing, I will figure it out at that point, which is box A and B, which isn't a insignificant amount of things on this dollhouse. I think that most of the porch is missing, the dormer's missing. I don't know. I'll figure that out as I go. For now though, I have the instructions pulled up. I have the dollhouse kit like next to me right here. You can't see it off screen. I have this pulled up, which is Joanne's Minis did a whole series building this dollhouse. I'm going to be following this as well as looking at the instructions because I'm a visual learner and I fear that I would not be able to figure it out just by looking at the instructions. So I'm gonna be watching this video while putting this together. I also have my corn, because I've already watched this first part many times, and she says to like put canned food around it to hold it together, the base at least. I'm a little disappointed I never heard back, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so the foundation is, I think, the first part that she says that she puts together. I don't know if this is the first part they say to put together. I think they want you to do the railing first and finish the floors, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just follow her instructions. I don't even have the like little corner thing to make sure everything's cornered correctly, but I do have 1, 2, 3 blocks which are made at a 90-degree angle, so I'll use these for the corners to make sure everything's squared up. I'm gonna start putting this together. This is gonna be fun. And by that I mean very stressful. I don't know how people record putting these together. I can't even get you higher up than what you already are, maybe a tiny bit, but you're gonna be off camera now over here, so we'll see what we can get. So I do have wood glue, which is what's suggested to use to put this together, although it's almost empty, so I might need to get more. I'm gonna use my mini trash can to hold it upside down so that way it's ready to come out. I have the 3 pieces for the supports and the 2 pieces for the side supports, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just glue these together. It's not gonna be that exciting, so I'm gonna skip this step. I'm gonna glue the base together and just tape it. I bought some masking tape yesterday at the Dollar Tree. Oh, dropped the wrong thing. Bought some masking tape, so I'm gonna tape it together. I'm going to use the cans to hold it all so it doesn't move, and I'm gonna use these to square it up, and that's where we're at. Again, I will link Joanne's Minis video below. This first part is just for the foundation, but I'll just like see if she has a playlist, and I'll link the whole thing below, so if you want to look at that, you can. Okay, gonna do this really quick. I'm a little stressed. Okay, so I have primed this and glued this base piece together. Now, I also primed the front porch piece. Let me lift you up. It's very difficult to get a good look. Also, the dog next door is barking nonstop. I can't get him to stop, unfortunately. Not my dog. Now, I was like following the video and my iPad died. It's a really old one, but it is what it is. I need to like tape this down and then glue this and weight it and tape it. You can't really see what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna have to figure out something to do with the camera. Maybe put you on a tripod over my shoulder because this is no longer working. This is my paintbrush because if you wrap it really tight in plastic, it doesn't dry out. I also have decided I'm not going to keep this wood. This wood color is fine, but I want to do something darker, and I don't really like the wood plankness of this. Like, it doesn't look like a real wood floor. Like, they're way too long. So I saw somebody online get wood veneer and then stain that. I think I'm gonna do that, but it doesn't matter. That's for the future. For now, I need to glue this down, and I don't know how this house is actually gonna end up looking in the long run based on what I'm missing and what I have. But I do know that I can go ahead and do this step for now. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and glue this and tape this and weigh this down. Awesome, let's do this. Okay, I know this isn't the best angle, but I need to put you somewhere so I can try and start to put this together. Let's try and put this together. I'm a little nervous. Oh, I should probably take this off first. Unfortunately, it's a good thing I'm planning on covering up these floors because that masking tape ripped it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but in a couple different places that masking tape ripped it, but I am planning on replacing the floor completely, so I'm not really upset. Something to keep in mind though, I'm a little nervous about this portion. Kind of know what I'm doing, kind of. Roof needs to be towards the front. Honestly, it's not in the best shape. There's like pieces that are coming undone and stuff, but it's fine. So in the video I watched, she had the staircase on the other side, and this one, it's showing it on the left side. I don't know if that matters. The front door is gonna be on the right side. No, I do want the front door on the opposite side. I need to visualize this different. So this is the roof, right? No, wait. This is the roof. That side is going to have the door, right? So I want the stairs on this side. Okay, I think I figured it out. Now it's time to start actually gluing stuff together. I'm almost out of wood glue though, so that's unfortunate. They recommend tacky glue, but I feel like this will hold better. If anything comes out, I'm just gonna, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Gotta be careful not to give myself a splinter. Oh no. Oh no, I glued the wrong part. Okay, I put glue on the wrong part of this. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to work quickly because I put glue in the wrong spot. This is not even gonna fit on this desk. Oh no, okay. Oh, there's a lot of glue leaking out. That side's way worse though. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We gotta get the other thing in. Okay, I know I just went over this. I've already forgot. This is on this side, and I want the stairs to be on the opposite side of the front door. Correct, okay. No! Okay, oh, okay. Dang it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We'll figure this out. Now I'm supposed to take this. This is kind of a nightmare. Turns out that putting together a dollhouse is stressful. Now there's another piece I need to add on, but I don't really know how to add it because this needs to go here. But how do I do that without defying gravity? Okay, am I gonna have to stand this up? I might have to stand this up. This might be a mistake. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. This here. Hopefully these cans will keep it up. Probably a huge mistake. But the glue's also running, so there's so much extra glue. I'll put it back down in a second. Oh, time for this. Come on. It's just this piece is such a nightmare. Okay, let's hope that holds. Nightmare fuel. Ah! Nightmare fuel. This is dry. Now I need to glue on the front, and then I need to let it sit again, and then I need to put it on the base and dry it. I need glue, and then let that sit again, and there's just a lot of dry time in this project. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for now. It's hot, I'm sweating, but I have sanded everything, and now it's time to glue this down. Except for I just realized I haven't taken the tape off this yet. There's just a lot of tape, a lot of sanding, a lot of exhaustion. I know it wanted me to do the porch already, but I haven't done that, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. And honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the majority of this house, color scheme wise, so honestly, oops. Maybe I should have figured that out first. You give it a quick sand, much better. My primer had a texture to it, and I don't know if that's just because of the way it interacted with the wood, but it also says in the kit that you don't have to prime it, but the video tutorials I'm following, she does, so I did. I don't know. You know, don't follow my example. I don't know what I'm doing. Feels much better. Now it's time to glue. Not really exciting, so I'm gonna skip this, but just know I'm gluing, well, I'll show you, why not? Okay, the glue's not coming out. I'm already dripping glue. It's not good. All right, let's get this freaking house on this base. Okay. Try and line this up. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect. Well, it's not gonna line up properly because there's like 32nd of an inch on one side overhanging. So that's unfortunate, but I don't care. It's too hot to care right now. All right, now to weigh it down and let it sit for a while. That is that on that, and this is a terrible lighting. This is usually what this is not the background you're used to. But I had to do this to show you the dollhouse. So for future videos, I actually think I'm gonna set it up behind me so that way you can see it when I'm talking. But for now, I wanna show you this. So let me just get you a little bit closer. And this is really as far as we got this week, and honestly, I can't go any further because everything else I need to finish doing the roof and the dormer and everything is missing. Now, I know this isn't very exciting. This is all I got done. Let me turn around so you can see the front. But I mean, look at that. It is starting to look like a house, right? So that's exciting. And I think that I should be able to finish the outside soon. I'm gonna have to do it all from scratch. I do have pieces of the ceiling, the roof. I'm just missing the dormer and the entire railing and all that kind of stuff. All that good stuff. Back to the view you're used to. Like I said, the dollhouse is gonna be behind me, so that way when I'm talking from now on, you're gonna see it on this desk instead, which is actually like my sewing desk, but I haven't been sewing lately anyway, so it's all gonna be moved. But I'm excited. I'm really, like, I find it really daunting that I'm gonna have to soon build parts of this dollhouse that I don't have the pieces for. Like I said, the main thing that's really missing is the dormer, and then also the posts for, I think I might have some of them. I found a random piece of wood, and I was like, is this one of the porch supports? I don't actually know, but I'm excited, but daunted. I find it daunting because I don't really know what I'm doing. This is my first dollhouse. I'm already seeing some stuff I need to sand. Anyway, I'll do that later. Yeah, I'm really excited for this dollhouse. I'm really excited for the story that's gonna go into it. I'm really excited for like the hopefully interactive thing I'm gonna be able to try and figure out. I really want it to be a kind of dollhouse that like as you're watching me build it and talk about some of the things that happen in this house, you as the watcher will be able to try and figure out the mystery before I reveal it. In a past life, I had a literary agent and I was trying to publish novels, and this is just, to me, a different way to tell a story, and I want to do that. I want to tell a story through this dollhouse. I already know what I want it to look like on the outside. I'm actually basing it off a real house that's in California. I found a picture of it online. I'm gonna base this off a real craftsman style house in California. So I already know what I'm doing. I already know what color it's gonna be. I already know what the porch needs to look like, everything. So I'm excited, nervous again, because I don't really know what to do actually here, because if you have any suggestions, I need to come up with some kind of material that is this double thickness right here. I was thinking maybe poster board, but I don't know if I'll be able to mix that in as well with the wood pieces. I thought maybe stacking mat board, but I don't think mat board would work as well as poster board. I thought about maybe just buying some MDF and cutting it, but that just seems more intense and like a lot that I don't know how to do. It's something I'd have to figure out. There's a lot of work to be done still just to finish the dollhouse. I know it's not super exciting that didn't get finished in 1 week, but again, this is my first time ever putting together a dollhouse, so it was definitely a whirlwind. Not stressful at all. Next video, I actually think I'm gonna work on something for the bakery because I had something pop in my head recently that needs to go into living quarters upstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that, I think. But I'm really excited to get back on this dollhouse. Also, to be honest, I need extra time to work on this in the background. I think the next video of completing the dollhouse is gonna take longer than just the time I take between videos. So I'm gonna do that one as like a quicker video while working on this in the background. The dollhouse is right here, so I'm like pointing at it. That's it for this week. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And if you like me or you like miniatures, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.